Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this 10th annual general meeting of your company. As the director's report and the audited statements for the year ended 31st March have been already with you now for some time, I shall, with your permission, take them as read. I hope the working results of the company would have brought you great pleasure and satisfaction. As all you are aware, many difficult conditions have been operating in our state. One of the serious problems was steep rise in the cost level. So far as our company is concerned, I am glad to say that last year was a successful period. It is clear from the fact that the turnover of our company has increased, showing all-round progress. The profit, as a matter of fact, has also increased last year. Though the performance of the last year has been good, it could have been still better if we had not experienced the most difficult year of shortage of raw materials. However, we have every reason to derive satisfaction from the results of the year under review. On account of this, the board of directors have recommended a higher dividend for its shareholders for the year under review. Gentlemen, we are passing through an important phase in the industrial development of our country under the fifth five-year plan. The country is progressing towards increasing the per capita income with the pursuing of development economy. This means expansion and starting of new industries, completion of various hydroelectric schemes, electrification of rural parts, opening of new townships, better housing, and ultimately rise in the standard of living. The demand for our products can therefore be expected to rise substantially during and after the plan period, and I am sure a bright future lies ahead of us. In my address to you last year, I had spoken about an announcement of the government regarding the future policy towards certain industries, a matter with which we are closely concerned. The government has announced its policy in August this year, but on account of various reasons, there have been many representations, and as a result, its implementation has been very difficult. However, we hope that the government will take positive decisions as early as possible to help the industries in general as possible, as also our company. Government will extend all help possible. At any rate, your company's successful operations are dependent upon adequate supply of raw materials, the continued shortage of which is going to be a serious problem to the industry in general. As a matter of fact, this company also continues to suffer a lot due to considerable delay in the settlement of its claim from the various departments of government. The last payment received was only in March last year, and since then we have not received any payment. In spite of continued reminders at various levels and repeated assurances from the government, no payment has been made. We have had change of government in last year, and one hopes that this government's policies will lead to more employment, better demand, better distribution of opportunities, leading to a faster growth and prosperity. It is not that everything was wrong with the policies followed up to now, but with the changing time requirements of a large population living in extremely poor condition, changes must inevitably be made. The industry minister has recently announced the government's new industrial policy, a large industry, a medium-sized industry, a small-scale industry, and a cottage industry all have a role to play in economy. One can argue with the objectives of the policy. All these various sectors are interdependent. One therefore has to be very careful that no sector fails, otherwise shortage would continue. One must also make sure that quality does not suffer, particularly where either a medium scale or a small scale industry works as an ancillary to other industries, or where there is danger to health because of inadequate quality control. The other important aspect which will need the government's attention is that if the small scale and cottage industries have to succeed, proper marketing has to be organized. The poor rate of growth in the past has been, in my opinion, not so much because of wrong policies in planning, but very largely the failure has been in implementation, and if the present policy fails, I am afraid that it would again be because of failure in implementation. It requires detailed administrative planning and proper organization for its success. In the past, many of the rules and regulations and controls have been followed because of shortage in foreign exchange. One was hoping that there would be lesser regulations and controls. This is not indicated in the new policy. It is most unfortunate that there are immense signs of industrial unrest in the whole country, which could nullify all the efforts of the government and industry as a whole. I thank you all once again. My dear sirs, we are in receipt of your kind letter of the 14th instant, and thank you. As desired by you, we are sending by separate post a copy of our latest price list and catalogue. We are sure that you will find therein the necessary materials that you want. As for the LCD monitor that you require immediately, we are sorry that it will not be possible for us to supply the monitor of the particular make that you want for another 8 weeks. However, if you could wait for 8 to 9 weeks, we shall be glad to contact our head office and get you the same. On the other hand, if you cannot wait for so long, we will be in a position to supply you monitors of other makes which we give you the same satisfaction as the ones that you want. On hearing from you, we shall take further action in the matter. We very much regret to note that the keyboards that we had sent you in our last consignment were not the ones that you had asked for. On enquiry, we now find that due to a mistake, the switches of cheaper variety and which were intended for another customers of ours were wrongly sent to you. We are taking action against those responsible for the mistake. We regret for the mistake and assure you that it will not be repeated. You may kindly return those keyboards to us and we shall immediately send you the best ones that you require. We shall bear all the extra freight charges. We may inform you that we are in a position to supply other items within the time that you want. Our manager Sri Vinyas is away on business tour, and as soon as he returns we shall place before him the other points raised in your letter and send you a reply. We thank you for your esteemed past orders and assure you that we shall pay the same best attention to your future orders as we have done in the past. Thanking you, yours faithfully.